I was born in Brownsville, Texas in 1936. We were raised by a single mother. My father and my mother divorced when I was 3.5, so I grew up without a father. I went to work at the age of 12 to help support the family, and I worked five and dime. I worked shoe stores, anything I could get. I learned very early on that women had to work hard, twice as much, to be able to make it. I met my then husband, and he was already working in California, so I came back with him, married at 18 with one child, and obtained work at a plant doing earthenware manufacturing. I've been here in California since. I was working for Ford Motor Company and was asked to serve on a commission in the city of Norwalk. And I learned there that the representatives were not really representing all of the city. So I entered the political arena then. I formed a coalition of members of different committees in Norwalk. They all supported me, and we won by 26 votes my first race for city council. That was a Latina, and was a Democrat, and a mother, working class. I became mayor 3 years after I got on. I worked for Ford Motor Company. I was mayor at the same time, so it was after work that I would be in the office.
She's the first member of Congress that I had ever met, or my family had ever met, that my community had ever touched and engaged with. She'd been a representative at the local level, at the state level, and now in Congress. I was so impressed with her ability to connect with the community.
Representation is important. What do the people want? What do they need? It was obvious that it was important to advocate for water. We are in desert in Southern California. Without water, we have no business. We have no life.
She was, the driving force in water quality. She was the driving force highlighting those environmental concerns across the U.S., not just her district.
Transportation is key. The whole unlimited corridor runs through my district. Goes 605 to 10 to 210 and the 60. So most of it is in my district.
She is this ball of energy, and there isn't an obstacle that she is not willing to take on head on and remove it if it's going to improve the quality of life for the people that she represents.
The caucus had held a meeting in Washington with Latino serving organizations, and they asked them what were the issues with Latinos. One of them was youngsters, 9 to 11, having the highest rate of suicide attempts, Latinas. So I got the pilot project going in one high school and 3 middle schools to help with mental health issues. And at that time, nobody wanted to talk about mental health.
Whether advancing innovative policies on the natural resources and the transportation and infrastructure committees, tackling mental health challenges as the founder and co-chair of the Congressional Mental Health Caucus, or addressing issues facing Hispanic families, you have always had the heart of a public servant. Grace, thank you for devoting your time, your energy, and your immense talent to strengthen our beloved state of California and our country.
Grace does all the things that she does because she sees a future in everything. She sees a better tomorrow. I think she knows how to bring out leadership in people, and I think that she puts fire in your belly to do more than what you think you can accomplish.
I don't think of myself as a role model. I just live my life the best I could and try to be a good example for my kids, telling them that they could do just the same if they dedicate themselves. Whatever I've done with a lot of help from a lot of people, not only local elected officials, but I have the best staff in Washington, I think. I treasure them because they've made me look good.
She would always say, my district first, California, and the U.S. And she was really, truly, a representative of our country.